Well, hello. It's fun, enjoyable, I guess I could say, producing these videos because, an on-site course would have us chatting back and forth. So I have to imagine some questions that you might be asking. And I need to talk about some things that if we put it in writing would probably take up a little bit more space than you'd really want. Submission, that's what I want to talk about today. I think I was raised with the idea that submission was sort of a caving in. It was like being put under someone's thumb and finally bending. Maybe the word uncle, we used to say that. Someone would twist your arm and they would do it until you said uncle. Submission in the Bible is not seen that way. Submission is an honorable thing. In fact, when you read it in Ephesians, the 5th chapter, Paul says to couples, submit to one another. I just want to tell you how that looks in our family. Karen and I have 3 children, and I can remember various vacations that we've taken where Karen and I would submit to one another. I'd say, what's the best time for you to get off from work? See, I'm submitting to her schedule. And she'd say the same sort of thing to me. Well, really, what's good for you? Because submission means I put my plans beneath her plans. Our children, one of the reasons we moved to Oregon is that, in 1987, I had the opportunity to participate in a conference in Oklahoma City. I was also invited to hold a week-long meeting up near Eugene, Oregon. And so Karen and I called the kids in and said, it's your summer vacation as much as ours. So where would you like to go this summer? Would you rather go to Oklahoma City in July or near Eugene, Oregon? And they decided Eugene, Oregon. We came up here to Oregon and we ended up changing churches. But even then, there were 2 churches that were inviting us to be part of their leadership team, the pastor. And even then, we asked our children, what do you think? And I think that God works through submission. It wasn't just our children telling us where we were going to go. But with that question, what do you think, was put into the mix. And it turned out to be exactly what God had in mind for us. This is Lithia Park. I have a friend who is one of the foremen of the park here, maintenance of the mighty facilities here. My friend Dave is single. And you know how he submits? He says to the young guys in his crew who are married, what would be a good time for you to take your vacation? I'm single. I've got a lot of flexibility. And how about your week-to-week schedule? You guys who have children, why don't you take the weekend off? I'll work on the weekend. No problem. That's submission. It's another way of saying love. Love that bends and love that yields, not under the pressure of someone else, but it yields to their needs and their interests. What is really best for them. That's really what I want to say about submission. Submitting one to the other means that your biggest argument is this: after you. Oh no, after you. After you. Submission. Very important principle. It's all a matter of love. Good to be chatting with you.